Sparks, and it's going to be a rant about Daring Done. So if you haven't watched the episode, I will recommend that you go and watch the episode before you see this, so you can get your own opinions about stuff. And yeah, that's actually all. Let's just go before everything else goes wrong. Now my ice cream recorder is doing a little bit weird stuff, so I'm sorry for any lagging or hagging in this episode. I will try to make it as clean as possible, but I have no idea what is going to happen. So yeah, here we go. 3, 2, 1, here we go.
My Little Pony is owned by Hasbro and DX
Studios.
Media. Please support the official release.
Yes, we will.
Hello YouTube, T Sparks here with a few notes.
Okay, as you can see, it's lagging, so I will stop it a little bit and hope that it will not continue with that. I don't understand why it's doing that. Okay, let's try. No. Okay.
With a few notes about the latest episode. Episode 18, Daring Done.
Yeah.
Now, this episode had so much potential.
Yes.
I still feel bad about nitpicking the episodes after episode 14. But I'm not going to let this crap just go on by just because, you know, they don't want us to criticize anything. Am I taking it too seriously? Sure. But that's what we do.
Okay.
If you don't want to hear nitpicks about this episode, don't watch my video.
Oh, fair. Yeah.
And anyway, the things about this episode that really didn't make any sense. Before I continue, you should all go check out Miss Antro Pony's review on this
Okay, I'll do that
episode.
after.
He did a really good job,
I think,
and I agree with all his
he has the
points.
subscribers that
But
he needs.
be warned, there is some adult language in that review.
Oh, okay. I know.
Now, from what I've seen in this episode, Daring Do is just not very important in Equestria.
Okay.
The stuff that she does doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Now, I know in this episode, she was trying to protect the village from being
Yes.
absorbed into the sand somehow, and internal night in that area.
Yeah.
Which doesn't really make any sense.
It doesn't have
Let's
to
just
make
assume
sense, but
that the
yeah,
curse
okay.
is real, and it would be internal night in that area.
Yes.
How exactly would that function? Like a dome?
No idea. It's magic.
And
Don't
Celestia and
question
Luna
it.
might not pay attention to what Aliuzotto does. But if there's an area of Equestria, southern Equestria, where there just happens to be internal night, I think they'd take notice of that.
Maybe, maybe not.
I'm not the biggest fan of Celestia's
I
power,
am.
but even I think she could eliminate a spell of that caliber.
No, we can't be sure
Hell,
about
even
that.
Starlight could stop a spell of that
No, we can't
power.
be sure about that either. No.
And what?
I'm sorry.
Who the heck made all these freaking artifacts back in the day? There's
Who
the
knows?
freaking rings that cause excruciating
Maybe
heat,
Metalbrook?
and
I
now
don't
there's
know.
some sort of
Like,
tiara that causes eternal night.
yeah.
Who's creating this crap?
Well, we don't
And
know.
how does it fit in with the equestrian world?
It's Magic World.
When Daring Do
I don't
first
know.
became real and Daring Don't, I didn't mind. I thought it was just a side little thing. You know, it fits well enough, and it was a good character moment for Rainbow Dash.
Yes.
But the more we go on with Daring Do, the least impressive it really is.
Okay.
The main sex has faced far greater threats than anything Daring could ever face.
Not totally
And
agree
I'm not
with
really
you here,
impressed
but-
with
yeah, okay.
Daring's adventure capabilities.
Yes.
How exactly did she destroy that statue?
By accident?
Did she run under it and Caballeron's men destroyed it to try to crush her? I don't
Maybe.
understand how she would have destroyed that statue. And one of the number one things that ticked me off in this episode was she has gone on literally hundreds of adventures.
Yes.
And has never realized she causes collateral damage. How does she not know that? If anything, I'm guessing that she goes back to the areas that she had her adventure in to take notes for her books.
Yeah.
So she had to have noticed the damage that Daring Do leaves behind.
Well.
And the continuity of this episode is really screwed up too. So,
well, okay, I will
Northern Equestria thinks Daring Do is just a character from a book. But Southern Equestria knows Daring Do is real, but don't buy the books because reasons? Why exactly don't they sell the books in the South?
Isn't it only Rainbow Dash and the Elvers that
several
knows
other reviewers have already put
Oh, never mind.
this out, is you're telling me nobody ever went from the North to the South and talked about it? That's a little hard to believe, even for this show.
But I will agree with you. I think, yeah.
I understand they're never going to get us what we actually want all the time, and they shouldn't.
Yeah.
But this episode felt like it was just something they threw together. They said, oh, we need an idea for an episode. Daring Do. Okay, what's she gonna do? She's gonna retire. Why? Because she caused collateral damage. Why would she retire over that? She's got plenty of money. She can pay the damage. Because it's making her feel bad that everyone doesn't trust her anymore. Didn't the Avengers already do that? It's a story that's been done over and over again.
Yeah, that's true.
But it was not done very well here. I think a way they could have fixed this episode was make it, instead of collateral damage, Daring actually hurts somebody.
Yeah.
Not critically, but like the statue crumbled on a couple of civilians and they got seriously injured. That would be a moral quandary. Do you keep going and risk hurting people in order to save people?
Yeah.
That's what they did in the Avengers movie.
No, that's not the Avengers movie.
Ends justifies means.
Yeah.
For some of them it did, for some of them it didn't.
I get what you're saying, yeah.
That would have been a great moral quandary. But instead it's, oh, people are mad at me, so I quit. Sure, I'm going to save an entire village from dying. If they all get swallowed up, they're dead. But, you know, I caused some damage to an apple cart, so I quit. I really loved Pinky in this one, though. She was really on point, giving Rainbow a much-needed reality check now and then. She was very sensitive of AK's personal space, and made her realize that, you know, sometimes people don't want your help.
Yeah.
One other thing I didn't like about this episode is how easily Rainbow Dash was captured.
Yeah.
I understand some the other times she was captured, like in the last Daring Do episode, she was trying to protect Quivel Pants.
Yeah.
And she was caught off guard in a cloakroom, a storage room.
Yeah, storage room.
So she couldn't fly away. Here she was out in the middle of town square.
Yeah, I do
in
agree
broad
with you.
daylight.
Yeah, that was a little off.
With a clear path of escape right above her. And only Pinky and Daring saw her. And somehow they ran so fast that they made it to the pyramid before Pinky and Daring showed up. Because Daring had to go change. Dash is getting kidnapped. Just run over there. You don't need your damn pit helmet for that. Anyway, that's another thing that really ticked me off on this one. Dash didn't even try to fight back. She just stood there. Dash is not that dumb. We've seen it before in other episodes. She would have been up and gone. Anyway, why was she even just standing there? Dash always flies. It seemed like a gigantic plot hole.
Well, I agree with you there. Yeah.
So, I don't want to babble on too long about this, but this episode has made me think of something. Is the last half of this season seems to be going on a downhill slope.
I will not agree with you there.
I don't know if it's just me. I know some people loved these latest episodes. But starting with 15, with the exception for 16, because that was pretty good. But 17 was pretty mediocre, and 18 was pretty bad. I hope 19 puts us back on track. But so far, the only good episodes in this season were in the first half. Except 14, that was a really good episode. So I hope I'm just wrong about this.
But I can't talk about it.
But let me know what you guys think in the comments. And remember, I'm not a reviewer. I don't claim to be. This is just my crazy opinion.
Yeah.
So that's it for this little rant. Please support the official release, and bye all.
Okay, we will. Bye. I'll end it here, and I'll talk a little bit about, like, I don't agree with him with the, the start of this with Daring Done have not done anything to actually benefit Equestria, or how to say that. And there's no way, shape or form we know that Celestia would be able to do anything, or Starlight or Twilight or anybody for that matter. So I don't know about this, but I do understand where he's coming from. And I actually agree with the last part here about Rainbow Dash getting captured and stuff like that. Now, I really, the thing I have problems with this episode, actually Daring Done episode, is the moral of the story, or how to say that, because it teaches children just to jump and take risks by showing Pinkie Pie and Daring to jumping into this green goop that is almost like acid. And I was just like, that is a very bad thing to learn to children, to just jump into acid or something that is very dangerous without thinking about it. I know, of course, nothing is going to happen to Pinkie Pie and Daring Do, but in real life, stuff will happen to you very badly if you do stuff that is so, stupid. And I know, like, we are in the verge of, trying everything, and I think, like, that is it. But I will like this, and I will subscribe. I will also share it, and I will put a comment in a little bit while I'm talking about you guys. I was actually thinking like he would going to talk about this with the one I do agree you in the end, because like I really agree with him with this I can't spell today, like I can't spell every day. I'm Danish, so like the dyslexia and stuff like that, but yeah, nevertheless, I like his OC. I am interested in his cutie mark. I will look more into this later on. I will say, like, we don't need answers for everything, like he said. And I think, like, the episode where the show writers are telling us that we are being a little bit too critical, and we have forgotten, like, the children is actually the main target audience of this, is like showing us that we need to find our own child by heart again, or how to say that, and watch the episode one more time, because like then I think like you will get more out of it if you do stuff like that. But elsewise, I really do feel like I do agree with him. Even children would be like, why was it so easy for Rainbow Dash to get caught? And why did, Daring Do change her outfit? I know that Pinkie Pie was setting down her fast pace so Daring Do could actually follow up with her. But yeah, I really do feel like there was no reason for her to change now that she could see that her friend was in immediate danger. But maybe, Cavalon got to her in her, state of mind, or how to say that. And we see that the stuff gets resolved with her, being friended with the townsfolk and stuff like that. So I don't know, you guys. I just really don't like the, try everything or jump into stuff without thinking before you do. I really am thinking like you should be aware and sometimes also take care of yourselves. But yeah, that's actually all that I have to say for you guys today. Do remember that inspiration is right around the corner. Do remember to take care of yourself and loved ones. And that is actually all. Yeah, okay, bye.